Hello and welcome to Bollywood Hungama's Hangout. I am Rohit Khilnani and this is the show that we are very excited about. The Indian Police Force will be here. मैं आज जब घर से निकला मैंने कहा मैं आज इंडियन पुलिस फोर्स को इंटरव्यू करने जा रहा हूँ तो सब सोच मुझे देख रहे थे really you will interview the Indian Police Force? Yes. So let's give them a big hand and let's show everyone what I say when I mean Indian Police Force. The team is here. These people who are entering the room, big hand guys. I can see Shilpa Shetty, Sidharth Malhotra, Rohit Shetty. Hello, Shilpa Shetty. How are you? So good to see you, Shilpa. Sid,
How are you? Good to see you.
Rohit sir, fine. Rohit and Rohit, yeah. Vivek Oberoi, guys, big hand. How are you, Vivek? Good to see you. Happy New Year to all of you. Big hand, guys, for this amazing team. Guys, please come. Guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama's Hangout. I'm Rohit Khilnani. Big hand to this amazing team, Indian Police Force. Guys, so we have a super excited audience. We have lots lined up. I have some games, some fun, fans of individually all you guys. So be ready to have some fun here. Rohit sir, सबसे पहले आपसे शुरू करेंगे. You've made films for the big screen, which we all have enjoyed. When you started making something for Amazon Prime Video, this is a format where someone like you can make longer, shoot longer, put out longer. Is this exciting for you कि अब मैं जितना shoot करूँगा मैं डाल सकता हूँ?
It's not like that. It has to be entertaining. It has to be engaging. Whether it is 2 hours or whether it is 4 hours, that's more important than the length.
Right.
So for me, that's more important. That it's engaging, and though it is 7 episodes, I would love the way it's been edited.
Okay.
The kind of length we have, like one episode is 30 minutes, the other one is 35. So I want everyone to see it in one go like a movie. It's engaging, yes, the way we had planned, and it's big.
Right.
Like you won't miss a Rohit Shetty film, like, though it's OTT.
That's important. you now tell us individually about casting each one of them. So tell us, when did they come on board? Yeah, when did they come on board? How did they come on?
This I really want to hear. Thank you, Rohit, for this question.
We want to
Rohit.
know how this first female cop came on.
Because he's never told us.
हाँ, पहले कौन आया?
पहले सिद्ध आया.
पहले सिड आया. Okay.
And Sid and me were planning for a movie and to do something together. And then I narrated him this script of Indian Police Force, and I told him it's a web series, but definitely we'll shoot it like a big scale action film.
Okay.
And he was on board, and thank you, Sid, for doing this.
And how did you think of Sidharth as a cop? You know, he's
He's the most handsome cop, I think.
absolutely, guys. Most.
I think it's the uniform.
Dialogue of Delhi ka Londa utha ke le jaunga is got viral in within 24 hours.
Delhi cop for the first time. No, I think it's the uniform doing magic. But picking from what Sir was saying, yeah, we've been meeting for many years. I used to keep coming meeting and deciding ki sir karte hain, because I think the way Rohit sir presents his heroes is a very correct balance of being entertaining, massy, and then also be contemporary and have a youth centric appeal to it. And it just so happened that this was happening for Amazon. Amazon has been my lucky charm with Shersha in the recent years, and I think he did exactly what he said. We all felt like we were on a film set, a massive film set, and I think it's a big action film coming to your screens, which will be streamed from 19th of Jan onwards. So we're pretty excited.
And Rohit, I would also like to ask you, like female cop लाने में, you know, you have given us the best cops. We love their entries. We love your movies. Female cop लाने में time लग गया, क्यों?
Because you need to have the right script.
Yeah.
You need to have the budget. If I'm making like we've shot with Shilpa also, if you see the action, it's not like we don't have the budgets. If I make a film also, it has to be of that same scale, whether it is a female cop or a male cop. So that I don't wanted to keep that. I didn't want it to differentiate in that. So obviously that's why it took so much of time.
Okay.
And this character also, when we had written, who plays a senior officer to Sid. So earlier it was, I have never told this, was for a hero. And then we thought, okay, why not? And this was last moment, like she was shooting for Sukhi, and I think 1 month before I called her, okay, and then as usual she like, kaise hoga? Like, she's like this only. Like, now also like, diva. So, but she will do her job. I know that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she was shooting for Sukhi and not in Bombay. I think where you were shooting, Chandigarh. She was shooting. Then she was doing that India's Got Talent, and in between that she shuttled and made it happen.
Okay.
She broke her leg as well during one action sequence.
Okay.
And yeah, or nahi, or
Still didn't answer the question.
what?
Why did you cast me?
हाँ इनको क्यों फोन हाँ
और कौन लगेगा? कॉप है ना इतना
yeah that's true yeah
जो लगे
So,
कि
no, quote unquote.
yeah
दो ही है जो लोग लग सकते हैं कॉप.
I've been trained now by Rohit Shetty.
yeah इन्होंने आपके लिए फ्रैक्चर किया है सर
हाँ.
कोई देगा arm and a leg.
yeah
Actually, yeah.
right Rohit Vivek Oberoi we love him in his
Again
movies
a senior
yeah.
cop, and we wanted someone like, I don't know, when we wrote the whole thing, and first option was Vivek. And we were like, you know, he's a great actor. And we wanted someone who's the character is like, though it's an action series, but this character is like, this guy is like, he's angry all the time and doesn't think, and he's like that. But we wanted someone who's calmer, experienced.
Right.
And the way Vivek has portrayed this character and pulled it off, it looks like an officer.
right
Thank you.
Well done, well done. It's great. You know, this casting is the exciting part. You know, we were so excited when we watched them one by one. Sid, he's saying you're this angry cop. Do you tell us a little? Do you want to tell them a little more about this cop? And you are nothing like that, right? Like angry.
Oh, okay.
Actually cool as a cucumber.
He's the most chilled guy on set.
Yeah, only one
But
person
thanks.
who's like always angry.
Is
Yeah, I know the big temper
he's
problem. I
pointing
think.
at you. You are pointing at him.
No, this is factured, no? So it's always like this.
Oh my God.
It might get fractured if you point it into the
See?
अभी तो shoot पे अभी recover किया हुआ
How you count, yeah.
while doing action.
Right, Sid. Yeah, you were telling us about your character.
Yeah,
This
so
cop.
I'm playing Kabir Malik, who's a younger, very, I would say, slightly brash but aggressive Delhi cop. That's why the Dilli Ka Londa line works. And he's very driven. I think, like all Rohit Shetty cop universe, I think he's got his moral compass in place. You know, he's fighting for the right cause. He's extremely dedicated and very driven. And yet there's a real side to their family or their relationships amongst each other. I think even in this whole show, what I liked in the script was the relationship that he shares with his seniors. You know, both the actors to my left and right. There's a little tongue-in-cheek humor in it. There's a lovely relationship that I share with Vivek's character. So I think it's a wholesome unit. It actually felt like that possibly when police officers spend so much time together as a team, as a unit, they come together, they become each other's family, they want to help each other in tough times, they want to support each other. So that's where Kabir Malik, I think, almost becomes a man from a boy in this journey of the series. For me, for my character, I felt like there were so many learnings. This character goes through so much. He learns from Vivek's character and then interacts with Shilpa ma'am's. Yeah, I think it's my most I would say authentic and moralistically correct character that I've played, and I'm super excited to don this new uniform of a Indian police force, and looking forward to it when you guys see it.
We are looking
On
forward to it.
19th of Jan.
On 19th of Jan. I'm plugging in the date everywhere
Amazon.
now, just in case you guys.
Yeah, but you can
want to
watch it
know.
on 20th also, OTT there.
I know. but मैं चाहता हूँ कि लोग
It's
पहले
coming on 19th.
Vivek, what kind of a cop is he? Like, we've seen in our industry, we have the way they are presented, CID bhi hai, and Singham bhi hai, and Simba bhi hai. What kind of a cop is he? And what was your questions to Rohit when he came to you? What kind of a cop he should be?
So I think when it's a cop universe story, Rohit should be actually Dr. Rohit Shetty. You should have an honorary PhD on it. The kind of insights he has, not just from research, which is paper research, the amount of time he spends with police people, the amount of time he spends not just with the senior cops, but even like the Havaldar level of people. And, he's interacted with so many. In fact, I remember we did, through our foundation, we did cancer screenings for cop families. We did a free cancer screening program for cop families. And Rohit was always one phone call away. Every time for Cancer Patients Aid Association, for kids with cancer, whenever we do projects, no matter how busy he is, he's always there, he's always supporting. So he feels not just for society, but specifically for cops. Right. So I think that comes out on screen. His love for uniform, his love and appreciation for cops, their ethos, their families. And that's what Vikram Bakshi, my character, represents. He represents the human side of what goes on behind the scenes. Because everything else is business as usual, right? They have to go out there, keep a brave front, go out there and face all kinds of threats. And we only read about it next day in the papers after the incident happens. But usse pehle kya ho raha hai? What's going on before that? And how these guys are trying to prevent those things. How they're trying to anticipate everything. So a killer or a terrorist has to only think about his mission. But a cop has to imagine how many are out there that he doesn't know of. So the terrorist knows where the cops are. He knows how many cops there are. He knows where and how they operate. But the cops only have to imagine कि ये कैसे होगा, anticipate a threat, and it could come from anywhere. So it's a tough life, and balance between the family, the values, being a senior officer, but also being like an elder brother figure to Kabir. Those elements were what I loved the most when I read the script for the first time. And I think two things. That A, of course, I always wanted to work with Rohit. Rohit Bhai and I go back many years, but we never worked together. And when he told me, I want you to do this, he said, I thought of you when I wrote this. So that is something really special for an actor to hear. And the second thing is when I read the script, I just got up and said, I'm doing it.
Nice. Super. Shilpa, genuinely, it's great to see you in this. Like, it's great to see you with this team. When we saw the trailer, you tell me when he's saying, he called you, kya kya pucha apne? What were your concerns? What did you want in a cop? Press conference hua hoga. Because you must have imagined something ki I should be like that as a cop.
I have donned the uniform before, but back in the day, we didn't have the kind of direction. We had to just, assume that a cop would be like this. Roles were not that well etched. But when you enter Rohit's cop verse, it's all etched out for you really beautifully. So there's not too much work. Then there are some ghusu actors like me that go and ask questions like, okay, give me a graph. And I remember asking Rohit the first time when I came on set. So I was narrated the script, and because it's a series, so we were narrated each person's character to understand the interaction. I love the chemistry between Vivek and me, how he's kept the whole love-hate between us. There is a reason for that, you will see. The whole cockiness between Sid and me, he tries to, because I'm his senior, he can't cross the line with me, but he doesn't like me. And neither do I. And you see that in the trailer. I think all those nuances that were so well written by the team and shot by Rohit. So all of that was already written, but you want to go a step further and kind of delve into where does Tara come from? Why is she not married? And I remember having a conversation with Rohit and he's like, Itna mat socho. I was like, okay. Itna mat socho. So welcome to Rohit Shetty. But the thing is, it's not hard. I was like, okay.
But shot though. Arey baba,
Keep
give
it
your a shot,
simple.
yeah. Give your a shot.
No,
And
but the
shoes,
fact
what
that-
shoes did you?
Yeah. So everything from the point of when I said yes and I signed on the dotted line, from there on, it was literally I was handheld and told how it's going to be because nobody understands the cop verse for me as an actor better than him. And the way he presents and projects, the whole heroicness of, what they put into their job is just portrayed so beautifully and so entertainingly. So I just totally left it to him. But yeah, I think I really have to make a mention of this, that Rohit really works so well for actors also because, he saves so much of our time and energy on set. Because we as actors otherwise have to go on set and then we are already thinking about the lines and then you have to think about, where you're going to stand, what the activity is going to be, sometimes, and I say this all the time, for actors, we have to think about how your character is going to, etch out. And sometimes you're shooting suddenly, maybe the pre-climax, and you're not shot even the beginning. But he has that already set in his head, so it's already like rehearsed, done. So we have to literally come, stand in position, and do the job. So it saves hours. So I think it's so convenient and so easy. So when you see the brand that he stands for and why the masses love him is because he has it set in his head. I suddenly feel like you should pay me for your PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I
After-
mean that as an artist and as a fan of his work, this is why it works. So I wanted to work with him for this reason. Okay, what is this method that he uses?
Also, I think for the three of us as characters, I think one thing was common. Even when we were shooting it on set, right? It's a script. You're not the real person. But even when we were shooting it on script, you were feeling a sense of nobility. So the way the writers have written it, and the way Rohit has presented the scenes, you feel a sense of nobility. You feel a sense of purpose, and you feel tremendously patriotic. I don't know, something happens when you go on that set. You feel like this surge of patriotism, that Desh Bhakti kind of comes alive in a big way. I think it comes from his personal ethos, his personal thought process. Did we feel it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's even his detailing of the way the costume would fit the uniform specifically, and the badges and everything has to look more neater than what has been seen, I think, many years before over on screen. I think he's changed the kind of imagery of that uniform as well. It's always neater, well ironed, and which sometimes in certain scenes it might look odd, but it works because it works that you look at a cop in a very clean, pristine kind of uniform always. It gives you that aura. And I think that's what
You rock
his
that uniform,
vibe
man.
is.
Yeah,
Ah, no,
totally
man, I
rock
think
the
it's
He's
uniform.
rocking the uniform, no?
It's
There were
the
days on set
khaki.
where he didn't eat.
Yeah, because it was like
I thought he was fasting for Karwa Chauth, but actually he was fasting for the uniform.
तब शादी कहाँ हुई थी यार?
पहले एडवांस में earning brownie points.
शादी के by the way 2 दिन पहले हमारे साथ शूट कर रहे थे.
Okay.
And I asked Rohit, I was like, I heard he's getting married. He says, हमको तो बताया नहीं. So we have shot with him, and then 2 days later we saw in the papers he was getting married. ऐसे सुन के मैं
Actually, the only person who knew on that set was him.
But see him,
Yeah.
he has
Yeah.
guarded all your secrets. I asked him, हमको तो बताया नहीं.
But Shilpa, why would you not go and ask him only?
Because I just think as an actor you don't cross that line.
Okay.
I don't know,
I
Shilps.
always give
Vivek, you-
people
I don't know
this
about you, Shilps, but we had chats about it.
Okay.
I don't
Only
know.
Shilpa didn't know.
I did.
I don't know about your off-screen
see, if I
bonding.
were to get married, and if I was doing it this way, I wouldn't want to discuss it.
Okay.
So.
Right.
Thanks for understanding.
Yeah, but you discussed it with me before you got married to Raj.
Huh?
हाँ, अच्छा.
Yeah, we met in Hyderabad. You told me about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, coming back to
Maybe
There
it's
was
my
no
superpower.
secret.
right, Rohit, you pretty much own this space in this industry. Pehla question ये है कि was there a plan कि I would like to take over this and make one after the other and have all kinds of cops?
Not really.
No.
It just worked, so I started making it.
Huh.
Obviously, it's a responsibility to make it bigger, better. And now, because I've worked with the cops,
Yeah.
especially with Mumbai Police, so much that now I take it not only as a film when I present a cop or how the operations happen or how they conduct, I take it as a responsibility because
Right.
even they look forward to it.
Yeah.
Like when Sid was talking about the uniform, there is like few of our people only make uniforms for a lot of officers. So there is a Singham cut.
Yeah, I've heard.
That's so
I've
cool.
heard about this.
Where it's proper. I don't tell this out.
That's so
but it's
cool.
like
I never
proper.
knew that.
If you see a lot of
Headline.
cops, especially in Maharashtra, you'll see them as Singham because they want
Right.
that Ray-Ban, they want that proper fit. They see to it that they don't put on weight.
That's so
After
cool.
Singham.
Well, that's a good way of keeping
There's
that
so
Amazing,
many
yeah.
such things, like it's not only we are associated with them to make so many such social videos,
How did this start? Where did you?
From Singham it started.
From Singham it started.
And now, now I can't say a lot of things.
Big hand, guys. We didn't know that. That's right. Rohit, they all are saying, you meet cops, you spend time with them. Two things I want to ask you. One is, what is it that you like to observe when you meet someone? What is it like that you would like to tell people that they should always keep in mind when they see a cop, when they're interacting with a cop? What should they do also as a public
First,
for the police?
I would talk about our city first,
Yes.
like how they conduct. First, not to fear. We want to remove that. Once you see a cop, everybody is like, thinks, Arey,
Police
police hai.
should not fear.
So you don't need to fear. You can go with your complaint. You can go for help anytime. The most important thing. And what was your other question?
Right, what should they, we know what
I'm
police
talking
is
about
supposed to do. What should,
civilians, like they don't need
should-
to
don't
be
be
scared
scared.
of them.
Right.
There are a lot of rules which you all don't know, like especially for girls. We have created a Nirbhaya squad, which it should be on their speed dial. 4.5 minutes and a set of women cops will come to help them.
Okay.
We have that force, and we try to publicize that and make awareness campaign of that, which is very important. Drugs is the second thing which we are fighting now.
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, you
Sir,
can
we
say,
understand.
say.
You are.
Everybody understands. Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's
Directing also over there.
No, you say that because you own this space. You like to love this
so
space.
that is one thing which is a big mess at present, not only in the city but in the country, which need to be taken very serious.
Right. What you should talk about is, these are people, they don't have the best circumstances to work under. They don't have the best offices to work under. They don't have the best surroundings. Like your offices, our offices, see where we are sitting and doing this interview today.
And they're so underpaid.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
exactly.
There are no holidays.
So many problems. What keeps them going? When you talk to a Havaldar, when you talk to someone, what keeps them going? Why?
I think they know this when they take up this job. I would say when they wear the uniform, I think they know that what they are going to face, and it's inbuilt. Like it's like you cannot just take it as a profession that okay, I want to be an officer. It has to be inside you that one day I'll become an IPS or one day I'll be a man in uniform. So it's not a job. I would say.
Right.
I think it takes a certain kind of person, like
Yeah.
both Sid's grandfather, my grandfather, both from the Indian Army.
Yeah.
Why would somebody wear a uniform when you're, well educated, you can get a nice, cushy corporate job
yeah.
and put yourselves in danger? I mean, they've both led their boys in battle.
Right.
My Nana led in 3 battles for India, and he could have died doing that. And he knew that on day one. My Nani knew that on day one.
Right.
But it takes a certain kind of person to be able to do that for the country.
Right.
And it's a
COVID
big
was the
sacrifice.
biggest example.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were still out there.
Yeah, COVID. How they fought. Like
Yeah.
they were on the roads.
So yeah.
And then they were not going home because they knew that they will be in contact with people who have COVID. They can't go home. For 8 months, they have not gone home.
And we lost
6
so many
months.
of them.
And we lost 93. I think more than 100 cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Bombay itself, in Mumbai itself.
That's crazy.
So as I think citizens, we also have to do their job, and everything that Rohit is saying that we can do, we should also do. Moving on to, let's make this a little more fun, and let's play some games. And of course, they all have come because they have questions for you all. So we'll go. I'll come to you all in a bit. Let me do this little bit. If you were a cop, what crime would you arrest these actors for? I will take the names, and you can, yeah, and it can be just some fun.
Acha.
Nothing is fun nowadays. Na? Everybody gets
We
offended.
get trolled,
Let's-
guys.
And they are fan
ये है,
clubs
like-
and that particular
Guys,
actor.
troll मत करना. Okay.
नहीं इनको नहीं इनका प्रॉब्लम नहीं जिस एक्टर का नाम लेंगे वो ऑफेंड हो जाएगा
No, no.
फिर उसका
Just-
फैन क्लब ऑफेंड हो जाएगा
No, no.
फिर इसमें से 4 अलग स्टोरी बन के अलग से आ जाएगा सो वी लिव अ लाइफ लाइक इट्स अ स्ट्रेसफुल लाइफ फॉर अस
We-
मतलब बाहर निकल के स्माइल करना है नहीं करना है वो भी सोचना पड़ता है
But you can arrest them for something positive. Like, this guy is too good looking. Let's arrest him.
हाँ तो एरस से
हाँ,
लेके जाओ इसको
I have had FIRs, PILs on me for wearing a sari low, for somebody kissing me on the cheek.
हाँ,
So, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
please.
So
and that
आदत
too
हो
when
गई है.
social media was not there
Okay.
Yeah, that time social media was not there. That's true. Yeah, news channels were there. Right.
Rethink your game now. He's rethinking his game.
Yeah, no. My questions are here, and let's make it fun. If you were a cop, what would you arrest these guys for? Ajay Devgan, what will you arrest him for?
me arresting Ajay Devgan maker of Singham arresting Singham
Right.
doesn't go with
Pass
me.
on.
Shilpa can answer this question.
Shilpa, if you were to arrest Ajay Devgan, what would be the crime? ऐसा क्या किया होगा उन्होंने जो आप उनको arrest करोगे? Yeah, you're not scared of Ajay, I can see.
I'm not scared of anyone.
तो हाँ
We're thinking.
हाँ चलो. Okay, whoever can. You have done the best film with Ajay. Company.
I've done 5 films with.
Yeah.
I've done 5 films with
I'll
Ajay.
tell you something, Vivek. Like I wanted to tell you yesterday also. When we were before Zameen, we were making some other script. After Zameen, I think, which was again 2 hero. You all were shooting वो सात बंगला में कहीं पे रामू के साथ. That was your first film. Ajay called me कि इधर
Company.
मैं company का. And he called me इधर एक लड़का है मैं विवेक के साथ काम कर रहा हूँ सुरेश ओबरॉय son and we had worked with Suresh sir earlier. तो देख बहुत talented है. So I had come to see you that time.
Wow.
Oh
फिर
my
वो फिल्म का
God.
हुआ नहीं बनी नहीं वो लाइक फुल ऐसा गेटअप करके यंग बॉय
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
amazing.
7 bungalows
Yeah, I remember that. I think that's Sajid Bhai's bungalow
I
in which
think,
we were
yeah,
shooting.
yeah.
That was actually the first scene I shot with him.
Yeah.
And one of the okay,
What a
I
role.
think the only thing
What a
Ajay
part.
Devgan can be arrested
Yes.
for is for being the most generous, gracious, most secure
Would you
actor
arrest him?
Yeah. Fair enough.
in the I've ever experienced because I think I've done 5 films with him, and just like what Rohit Bhai just said, that he's the kind of person, Ajay sir is the kind of person that will go out of the way for somebody who was not even established. I mean, I was starting my first film. I hadn't even debuted, and the way he proposed my name and suggested my name and said, cast this guy.
Right.
The kind of support that he gave me during my first film and every single film I did with him. And also, I think the other thing that you can arrest him for is for being the most devious mind in terms of pranks.
Yeah. He should.
He is
well done. Yeah.
ultimate
More than that, I
prankster.
think he's the most secured actor
Yeah.
he's your friend I'm not saying because of that but he's the most secured actor otherwise you can't make a golmaal
Yeah.
where he's just standing and the scene is with Tushar and Kunal and he's like हाँ ये line Kunal को दे दो ये Tushar को दे दो
Right.
so I think we are able to make golmaal is because of Ajay being so secure.
Right.
On that, I want to say, I remember my first call after I saw companies hoarding was to Ajay sir.
Wow.
The reason was that in those days, people would even have it in their contracts in terms of percentage-wise, what size the face will be. of
Many
which
actors
actor.
still have that. I don't want to name them.
But they used to have that contract कि भाई मेरा face इतना होगा इसका. I was a newcomer, and he gave me equal positioning on that hoarding, and I salute him for that. I mean, he was so secure,
Right.
and so loving, and so giving as an actor. I mean, incredible man.
Oh, and that's why Company became what it became. Absolute legendary movie you all have made together. Right.
Digressed. I would arrest him for the pranks he plays.
For the pranks he plays.
He has come
Absolutely.
on Super Dancer once.
Ajay,
and he-
you can't,
and
you
he
can't,
put a
you can't
cockroach
copy.
on
Huh?
me.
I already said
died.
that. Sorry, Shilpa,
put
you
a-
can't copy. This is not yours.
This-
I already said that.
इनका edit कर दो मेरा रखो.
अरे
This is our favorite line in all interviews.
Always.
इनका edit कर दो, मेरा डाल दो.
ये actors बताए इनका
But
edit कर दो.
that can't work on the show.
Right. Sorry. What prank did he play? You were saying Ajay came on the set.
He came on the set and he got this really live, like a real looking cockroach, like a live cockroach, which was fake. Thank God, because I have a huge cockroach phobia. मेरे को शेर के सामने डाल दो मुझे कुछ नहीं होने वाला. But if you get a small cockroach in front of me, I will be all over the place. Okay. And he put this cockroach on me. I nearly fell off the seat. It was horrible.
That's what he
that's
should be arrested
nothing, man.
for.
We were shooting for Carl in the middle of a forest
In Corbett.
in Corbett,
Yeah.
jungle mein. And there was this sweet little stylist who was working for Dharma at that time. By firstly the plan, like the most scripted pranks.
Yeah.
Pehle,
Absolutely.
John was told what he has to say. I was told what I have to say. We sat at the breakfast table. We waited till he entered, the stylist. I won't take his name, poor guy. He's probably watching this and is still going to a psychiatrist for what happened to him, the trauma. We started talking about ghosts. And you should have seen like close-up of that guy's expression. Cut to he's looking. ये लोग क्या बात करें? कल रात तेरे रूम में कुछ तूने सुना? हाँ मेरा भी बगल में ही है. I heard some sounds. ये वो. For 2 days, तो he played this. कि जब भी वो आसपास रहता था, we'd be talking about these ghosts that are in the resort. Right? So that guy was already getting palpitations. Then the third day, bhai, he took a walkie-talkie. He taped it under the guy's bed. In a corner at light volume. Right? Think of the planning boss. And then at night, around 11:30 or 12 at night, we've turned on the walkie that's connected to it, and we've started saying his name in the walkie, like whispering his name and going like, "Khoon chahiye tera khoon." All of this drama is going on, and three of us are laughing away, and we're doing this. Believe me, in 20 minutes, that guy was out of his room with his bag packed. And despite us telling him it was a joke, we're showing him everything, he has left the next morning. He has taken a bus from that bloody village and gone back to Dehradun and said, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, मैं नहीं रहूँगा यहाँ पे.
Right, amazing. You know, if we talk about Ajay's pranks, this can be all day. So he is absolutely entertaining. Arrest him. Okay, Rohit, to you, if who would make the best field cop amongst these three? There are all kinds of cops. Shilpa.
On field.
On-field cop.
Shilpa.
I would.
Shilpa would.
Why is that?
Oh. For field.
She would.
फील्ड पे चलो गाड़ी लगाने चलो यार क्यों खड़े चल
But that traffic cop you made. Traffic she's handling. Bombay traffic will be solved if she's on the
No. If Shilpa Shetty was a traffic cop, we'd have a lot more traffic problems because nobody would move. How she'd look in that uniform.
Oh,
Everybody stopped to check her out.
ट्रैफिक रुकानी नहीं है, ट्रैफिक माइंड करनी है.
3rd डिग्री का जरूरत ही नहीं है. सुना के मुजरिम को ना खाली ताने मार के मुजरिम कन्फेस करेगा कि
ये ताने वाली बात सही है.
मैंने
ये ताने वाली बात सही है.
Shilpa, you have quite a
Abs
name.
बन गए मेरे.
Who out of the three will be a good investigative cop? कि you know एक केस सॉल्व करना है इनमें से
अगेन
सभी.
क्या पहना है उसने, क्या 9 बजे आया वो, कब जा रहा है,
She knows
ऐसा
everything.
नहीं था, ये जान के हुआ है. Full CID है.
She's a CID. She's a super cop.
Okay,
Everything.
all answers will be Shilpa Shetty. So I'm changing my question.
I think the whole cast, the number of questions we must have asked Rohit bhai during the shoot versus Shilpa.
How many?
I think she'll still win. Correct, bhai?
Shilpa,
I think that was in first shot.
Shilpa, you should have been a journalist.
But listen, I came on set. There's, you know, when you're when you're portraying the role of a cop, that too there's so much onus, and the benchmark is so high, and then the first woman cop in his cop universe. So I was so stressed. I was like, oh my god, the expectation is going to be really high. How do you walk? How do you talk? And there was a certain, he wanted a certain toughness, and it's really hard for me to not smile.
Right.
Like, even on a bad day, I'm smiling. But Tara Shetty doesn't smile. She's like, toss, and there's a certain masculinity in her character, in the way she walks, she talks. So I came on the sets, I was like really lost. It was hard. And then even the way she stands and the salute. So it is hard when a woman does it.
Right,
These guys were like, they were laughing, they were all, and I was saying these lines, and they were such difficult lines.
Because we were not stressed because we trust Rohit Shetty.
Yeah.
I didn't ask enough
trust him,
questions.
mate.
I said, sir, क्या
We
करना
just
है?
trust him.
Sir, आप बताओ.
I don't know about anybody else, but Sid, you and I trust him, right?
Yeah, we didn't ask any
questions.
I
Directions
also-
were given, it was followed.
Listen, I am an absolute director's artist, and he will vouch for that. I never once
Did he
doubted-
vouch? कब सर ने vouch कब किधर
You're a director's journalist.
राशन कार्ड आया नहीं अभी तक.
नहीं
राशन
आया,
कार्ड
नहीं
स्टोरी ना.
पूरी यूनिट की खबर रहती. मुझे नहीं याद रहेगा 400 people क्या करे.
Why are you taking a smiley Shilpa Shetty telling her not to smile?
I never told you can don't smile.
No, but that was my. How can she smile? Tara Shetty can't smile.
But मैंने कब बोला कि smile करो?
Okay, all answers will be, or whatever I ask you, you will say Shilpa Shetty. You tell me, if Sidharth was a cop, what kind of a cop he'll be good at? Like what?
He'll be a very honest IPS officer जो अपने सिद्धांतों पे पूरी life चलेगा. That kind of a guy. That's what I tell about Sid in personal life also. Like he's the only actor I've worked with who's non-filmy. Film industry से कोई लेना देना नहीं. एक
अरे,
अपना
है लेना देना.
नहीं कुछ नहीं. मतलब अपने लाइफ में अपने हिसाब से चलता है. उसको कुछ पॉलिटिक्स समझ में नहीं आता इंडस्ट्री का. उसको मतलब you have to मतलब once you start working with him then you realize कि ये ऐसा क्यों है. सिंपल सीधा कि मैं अपना काम करूंगा, घर जाऊंगा, मेरे को ये सब समझ में नहीं आता.
Sid, how this industry has not corrupted you? अभी तो घर जाओगे तो भी एक्टर है घर पे,
तो
ऐसा
हम
नहीं
सब
है?
करप्टेड है मतलब.
आप हैं sir.
Everyone's like that. Everybody has a hint of that.
ये तो गलत बात है.
Correct. It's good to be a little non-corrupted by the
Rohit,
field
you have to
around.
retract your statement, yaar. I mean, then
It's
you're
not
basically
like
saying
that.
that we are all
It's not like that. I'm sure he's aware of what's going on.
Okay.
It's out of choice he chooses maybe not to indulge in it. And I think we all have that choice, how much to kind of participate or rather indulge in what's going on around you, how much it affects you. I think he's very Sidha that way. I love that about him. And that's what
He's
sets
focused,
him
na?
apart from other people. That he's not, playing those dirty games. He comes on the set, he, does his lines. I don't think he's ever messaged me or called me ever. Like
That
after,
may not be a good thing.
Like no,
No, but I just.
I'm saying just recently. I remember we met at Umang, and I think that's the first time we left. I mean, when you're at events, you just leave without saying bye, and sometimes
Yeah,
you
then
feel
I
like it's
messaged,
very
correct.
rude. So that's the first time he messaged me and said I didn't get the chance to say bye, and whatever. But otherwise, Sid is not the kind of person. You work with actors like Vivek and I. We'll message. We'll stay in touch. Whether we worked or not, we've known each other for like 20 years. On and off, we've spoken to each other. He's not somebody who's just doing things for the heck of it. He will maybe be there present in that moment for that moment, and then he cuts away and he's just this normal person, which is wonderful, I think.
ये तारीफ हो रही है कि कुछ और?
मैं भी confused हूँ.
Sid, why have you never?
I think the point being that there won't be any facade. I've tried to be as genuine as possible. I think I feel it takes a toll eventually, and people can see through it today. Everyone's extremely smart. I think you can't act in front of actors. I think because that's our job, and we know how to pick people when they're being, slightly a different tonality and not true. So I think it's coming from just observing people. It's a waste of energy at times, and I think everyone has that. I think on this set, we all had a hint of the
I'm
great
a wannabe
genuine
Sidharth.
moments.
I want to be like I want to be like that.
So I think it's time to get the excess stuff out, and so you, as you said, you can focus more on your work and keep it simpler.
Nice.
I think if Sid was a cop, he'd have one thing with his juniors. He'd call them and say, "Bro, so how are we going to do this, bro?"
Right. And what kind of a cop will Vivek be good at? Like,
Same as Sid, I would say.
okay.
But with Vivek, it would be like he will handle things with more of maturity, and he speaks really well. He can handle things that way, समझा के, बहुत सारी चीजों को कर सकता है. But almost like Sid, he'll be.
Right.
So you're saying, sir, I'm immature?
Once again,
You were talking about us, na?
He said, no,
He didn't
take
ask.
this cop.
Yeah.
We were talking about our
bad,
cop
yeah.
thing. ना? आपका
He
तो
only
बोला
did
आप ट्रैफिक संभाल सकते हो, आप केस सॉल्व कर
अरे नहीं
सकते हो.
पूछा ही नहीं.
Paka.
उसको traffic
ऐसा रोहित भाई ने कुछ बोला नहीं,
Confess
लेकिन
करा
जिसको जो समझना है वो समझ ले.
हाँ.
Thanks, yeah.
Right. Guys, to the three actors, name 3 films where women were cops. There were many films, but आप एक बता दीजिए.
I played. In Thank God, Rakul was a cop recently.
Well done. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the name?
Thank God. I didn't say thank God, Rakul was a cop.
Thank God Rakul was a cop.
Sorry, I haven't watched the movie.
Focus इसलिए जरूरी
Ladies
होता
and gentlemen, Shilpa Shetty
I
for you.
just said, yeah. In my film, thank God.
Shilpa, you can't name your film, any other film.
Your film name?
Did.
Say your
I
film
don't
name.
watch that many movies, yaar.
पोस्टर भी नहीं देखते हो, ट्रेलर भी नहीं देखते हो. हाँ.
Anda Kanun.
Anda Kanun.
Correct.
Lovely. Thank you, sir. Direct
कौन
move.
था उसमें कौन? बता, वो भी बता दो.
ऐसे होता है, चीटिंग करके पास होने में ऐसे होता है.
हाँ, हेमा जी.
Yeah.
Hema ji.
What's up, रोहित भाई ऐसे बोल रहे हैं, माँ जी.
But Vijay Shanti made
So
an
many
amazing
films.
cop.
Super.
She played some. She did so many.
Yeah.
She did so many
film was called So Many.
Telugu movies.
It was called so many.
Hindi also should.
What was it called?
Hindi also.
Tejaswini.
Police wali.
Tejaswini.
Tejaswini.
Right. Vivek, you are pulling her leg since you've come. You name one movie where a woman was a cop.
I'm trying to really remember the name of those films that Shilpa was a cop in.
I want to forget
yeah,
those films. I want to forget those films.
But say now, what was the name? Even
हाँ, शिल्पा बता दो.
I played a cop in my second film, which was Aag, जहाँ मेरी टोपी भी टेढ़ी थी. And then I recently played the cop in Nikamma.
टोपी टेढ़ी थी अभी रियलाइज हुआ कि तभी रियलाइज हो गया था?
तब किसने realize किया था? I must have been 19 when I was playing.
Okay, so we are going to play a game here. Then we'll go to the audience questions. One by one, you all have to come on this chair. I'm getting up. You will hold a poster. They will see the poster. You can't see the poster, and somehow they have to tell you कौन सा poster है without naming the actor, without naming the
Film
director.
का.
जी, film का.
Film posters,
जी.
ना.
Rohit, you want to sit here first? Can I have the posters?
It's like dumb charades.
Yes.
We have to act out for him.
Yes. Easy तो नहीं दे सकते हैं. Rohit Shetty है.
You can't speak.
Yeah. No, you
can
can speak.
But
You
no
just have to
clues.
explain. Better will be if you explain the.
Arey,
It's a-
multi-starrer.
It's a film.
The
It's a
color
film
of
which is the color of your
uniform.
I'm supposed to be speaking. This is dumb shit.
Yeah.
Wow, he
Khaki.
did it very fast. We'll give him one more. Okay, I'm showing you all first. Yeah.
Arey, this is again someone with a mustache like this. Are you acting? You can say it, na?
दूसरा नाम क्या बोलते हैं?
Correct.
साउथ में सबसे ज्यादा क्या बोलते हैं?
Chinta ta.
Oh, well done, well done. Okay, Shilpa, you want to come?
Oh, Asha, this one. This is
Now they
the.
see what they do with me.
the
See, this is on
Yeah,
camera,
yeah.
guys.
Arey, in that romantic scene, it had a romantic scene in it which was very iconic. You remember that scene? That iconic. It's that iconic romantic scene. One second, if I tell you that dialogue, what is that dialogue in that romantic scene?
अरे यार,
When they speak
it
in
talks
this.
about big cities and small things happening in
Dilwale
that.
Dulhaniya.
Almost there. Big city and this is.
बड़े-बड़े शहरों में छोटी-छोटी.
Oh. Close, very close, very close.
Shilpa, you're seeing.
Keep thinking more. Acha.
Sorry, Rani. I love you, Rani. Rani, yeah,
Easy.
she made such an amazing cast.
Easy one.
Yeah. Guys, don't, yeah,
This
don't do
one,
Zoo.
it has, yeah, it's got that.
Films about a zoo.
It was shot, a lot of outdoor shots and a little bit of
this.
a.
A lot of outdoor shots.
Genuine way में कर दे. फिर भी नहीं बता पाएंगे.
Okay, Rohit, you.
It's my film. It's a film where the heroes are cop.
Singham.
Okay.
No.
Shilpa, you can sit there.
It's a film from where
Suryavanshi.
it's a film from where the universe started.
Started.
Not only for me, for the whole country. Everybody started making their universe.
अरे क्या बोल? हाँ, yeah, say na.
You're
Well
so
done.
making me really nervous, guys.
Siddharth, you
What,
want to
yeah,
come?
I'll tell you one more trick.
This is a tough one, yaar.
Hero is Ayushmann Khurrana.
You can't say.
Hey, you can say the hero name.
Article 31.
They are one team. These.
मर्दानी को उन्होंने love story बनाया and you he's given him the hero's name.
Acha, by the way, I'll tell you one thing. How I was coming to know.
You can see through the light.
Yeah. ऊपर रहे सब.
Okay, ठीक है.
That's why Sid was saying Article 51 instead of 15. उल्टा देख के.
That's true. Okay. Thank you, Rohit, for the honesty. Here's the film.
He saw the bug.
अरे
I saw.
cheaters बैठे हैं यार.
हो गया ब्रो गेम.
Rohit, I
सब-
just would like to say.
सब लीक हो रहा है.
अभी ये ठीक है? अभी नहीं देख सकते.
एग्जाम के
हाँ, मैं दिखा दिया. आप लोग बताओ.
अच्छा.
मैं दे ही नहीं रहा हूँ किसी को.
सन हिंदी में क्या
You're not
बोलते
giving
हैं?
मतलब why don't
हिंदी
you
में सन
hold
को
it?
क्या बोलते हैं बॉस?
अरे it's his
तो
film,
फिर
yeah.
सन
सूर्यवंशी.
बस हो गया.
हाँ. अच्छा मुझे लगा शुरू हो गया.
Okay, the one tough one because Sidharth has got an easy one so far.
Yeah.
Hero is a cop.
Okay. Your cop.
And he's searching for something. Searching.
There's a ghost.
Search. हिंदी में.
Amir Khan. That film.
हाँ.
Hey, what's that name? Talash.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Vivek.
I just want you to know that you guys were privy to how I was harassed.
Guys here.
ऐसा मत बोल हम पे केस हो जाएगा harassment in the workplace.
We got Rohit Shetty on our side. Don't worry.
कोई टेंशन नहीं.
Nothing will happen.
Chalo, no naming the actor, no. Yeah.
Okay, this is about a river flowing in the country.
The
And
water, every household.
गंगा.
it's pure.
What water?
गंगा जल.
Yeah. This is, yeah,
Very good.
where it all started.
Child be saying it.
सिंघम.
Yeah.
Sid.
But solid clue था वो.
Yeah. Well done, guys. Well done. Keep the questions short, guys, so that everybody gets a chance and just direct them to whoever you want to ask.
Namaste, Rohit sir. नमस्ते शिल्पा मैम, विवेक जी, सिद्धार्थ जी नमस्ते।
नमस्ते।
मेरा नाम दीपक है और मैं एक्टर हूँ। रोहित सर, आपसे सवाल है कि आपने आज तक थिएटर के लिए फिल्में बनाई हैं, तो जब आप इसके लिए बना रहे थे ओटीटी के लिए, तो कहीं आपको अपने काम में बदलाव करना पड़ा? ऐसे कोई मौका है कि क्योंकि 70 और ओटीटी के लिए कुछ फ़र्क आया क्या? पहला सवाल। दूसरा, आप तीनों से एक सवाल है, आप कोई भी जवाब दे सकते हो कि पुलिस फोर्स के बारे में ऐसी कोई जानकारी आपको मिली जो पहले आपके पास नहीं थी ये काम करने के दौरान?
अगर आप ट्रेलर आउट है ऑलरेडी, अगर आप ट्रेलर देखेंगे तो आपको ट्रेलर देख के ये पता चल जाएगा कि बिल्कुल फर्क नहीं है। इनफैक्ट जब मैंने ये प्रोजेक्ट साइन भी किया था तो मुझे लग रहा था कि शायद ओटीटी है तो आई हैव टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज ऑन फ्यू थिंग्स, बट थैंक्स टू अमेजोन द काइंड ऑफ बजट्स दे हैड गिवन अस, तो मुझे कहीं भी ये नहीं लगा, जो मैं अपनी टीम से भी कहता था, इवन दे फेल्ट कि वी नेवर फेल्ट कि वी आर शूटिंग फॉर अ वेब सीरीज, नेवर एवर। एंड उसकी वजह ये है क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने कोई बहुत बड़ा सीरीज शूट किया, क्योंकि बाकियों को शायद वो बजट नहीं मिलता हो वरना और बेहतर बना सके। So we had that budget to make it. So I enjoyed making Indian Police Force, और कभी ऐसा फील ही नहीं हुआ कि हम वेब सीरीज बना रहे हैं। It was always कि फिल्म ही बना रहे हैं। अगर आप प्रोमो भी देखें तो वो फिल्म जैसे ही फील देता है।
आई थिंक ये स्क्रिप्ट करते समय मुझे फर्स्ट टाइम एक चीज़ पता चली जो मुझे पुलिस के बारे में नहीं पता थी, एंड दे रिसर्च्ड इट एंड दे पुट इट वाज माय सीन, विक्रम बख्शी का सीन था वो। सो इवन इफ अ कॉप नोज कि देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट इन द सिटी, उसे पता है कि बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट होने वाला है, उसे इन्फॉर्मेशन पहुंच चुकी है, उसको तहकीकात कर रहे हैं उसको, ही कांट इन्फॉर्म इवन हिज फैमिली मेम्बर्स, ही कांट इवन टेल हिज ओन फैमिली कि आप लोग घर पे बैठो बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट, ही कैन से आप बाहर मत जाना, उतना ही बोल सकता है। ही कैन नॉट से कि बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट होने वाला है, you can't
Can't
even
give them
inform
details.
you
Can't
can't
give
even
them
inform
any
his own
details.
family, and he has to still go out there worrying about his own family at home and yet go out there and save other people. That was the first time I realized that thought process.
My name is Jalak Desai and I'm an actor. First of all, I love you all. You are super.
Thank you, Jalak.
And my question is to Shilpa ma'am.
You love her more.
Yeah. Yeah. I watch your Sunday binge episode. How was your experience working with Rohit sir?
कहाँ से शुरू?
We are all turned towards you.
Yeah.
Quite a learning curve for me, to be really honest. I've always visualized myself wanting to do action and thinking I'd be able to, pull it off. I have done action before. I've done a couple of South films and done some small amount of action in thus. But the way he presented Tara and the way he justified me, it just made the whole experience so exciting, and everything was just made so easy for me as an artist to just follow. So quite a learning curve for me and an absolute pleasure. I mean, with all the banter that we have and all the, we pull each other's leg and all of that. I have troubled him to a certain extent, but he's very particular about how he wants his, his character to be, not the artist. How his character should be, how the person talks, and not just me. I'm taking the carte blanche to even say that for all of us, like how he sees that character. And now for us, even more so because he's so passionate about, his cop universe, his cop verse, as it's called. So it was daunting in the beginning, but once you get the hang of his style and have implicit faith in his vision, it was an amazing experience. Thank you.
Super.
Firstly, hello to the entire team of Indian Police Force. My question is for Sidharth Malhotra. Hi, my name is Ananya, and so I have a question for you. You've done so many films, and you just completed 11 years in the industry in October. How differently did you have to prep for Kabir Malik's character, and which was your toughest role till date?
In Indian Police Force, I think the prep, a lot of homework is done within the writing, within the team. As Shilpa ma'am was saying before, that Rohit sir has this universe already existing. There is a tonality that he has for the cops that he wants to showcase on screen. Though this was the first time I think Delhi Police has come into play in more detail. So I think for me every day was more about getting his vision onto screen. Sometimes, there are sets and directors who've done so much homework and know what's going to happen before and after and what's their tonality that they want to take. So it becomes much easier for an actor that you know what you're aiming for in that scene, what's the tonality you want to build up for the coming scenes in the future. As I said, I was just trying to get that one aspect of this guy being slightly aggressive, yet noble, but also has a very sensitive side to him, which you possibly have seen jhalaks of in the trailer, that he would, is in a very emotional state. So he's, I think, tried to show, or what we tried to show is both sides of the police force. One is what they are, doing in front while wearing uniform, and one is what happens in their personal lives, or they're also very vulnerable at times, which they would not share. So I really enjoyed that as an actor. There was a great amount of fun in playing that masculine, fun, very strong cop, and yet have a very vulnerable, soft side to him. And as far as being tough role, I think every film, every project is difficult. They come with their own challenges. It's very difficult to say one is tougher than the other. But I enjoy this zone, which is playing real life characters which you've seen in your day-to-day life, and when they do something heroic and yet are entertaining. I, as an audience, really like that content, so I'm hoping people do the same.
Super. Can we go behind somewhere else? Well, yeah.
Hello everyone, so glad to see you all. I'm Rimjim Jain and my question is to Rohit sir. So sir, basically you have always made films which made us audience feel the fire in theatres. So why a sudden switch to OTT series?
See, I've done television as well. So it's a new medium for me, and we thought, why not experiment on this as well? And as I said earlier, that it was not when I was shooting for OTT as well. It was not as if I'm making something else, or it's a small budget, or I'm restricted somewhere. So it was a medium. We thought, okay, let's try this. Everyone is doing it now, and it's not just one. Our company will start making web series as well now, and it's a new venue which has opened up. And why not?
Two more questions. One, yeah, the guy in the jacket. Yeah, what do you want?
First of all, congratulations to Indian Police Force team. My name
Thank
is
you.
Chalu hai beta.
We can hear. We can hear.
My name is Karan Chauhan. I'm a big fan of Rohit Shetty sir. His action movies and comedy and stunts. So I would like to perform some stunt over there.
Arey baap re.
You want to come here and do something?
Yeah.
Safe? Rohit, do you want to see?
What do you want to do
What do you
first,
want to
then?
do?
I want to do push-ups. And
Push-up is not stunt. Everybody
ठीक
can do
है,
it.
yeah, you wanna see his push-ups?
Acha, push-up because
आज.
backflip.
backflip. Sure.
Okay. 100 push-ups or like less? Big hand, guys. It takes courage to. Yeah. Marvel fan and. Chalo, let's go for it.
ये मार लेगा backflip. I'll tell you later.
Wow, yeah, you can. आप हाँ पहले push-ups. Okay, guys, we'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done. Super. Whoa! Big hand, guys. Big hand. Bus. Super. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Well done.
बहुत अच्छा है.
बहुत अच्छा. Yeah, you in the blue shirt. You have some question.
Myself Rohit.
Rohit.
Yeah, one more Rohit. So
Team
my
ki nahi
question is for Mr. Rohit sir as well as Sidharth Malhotra.
Rohit asking through Rohit to Rohit.
Yes. So sir, my question is for you. So as we saw Sidharth Malhotra's Instagram post, like just on my way to say hi to Mr. Rohit Shetty. It was sneak peek from the Thank God movie. So
I think that was from an ad.
Yeah, it's an ad.
It was an ad long time back.
right. So my question was like, did you casted him before, or it was started from
No,
there?
that was like long time back, right?
was
It was just
many
for
years
fun
ago.
banter
Yeah.
between us.
Correct. He had said, I remember that comment, KSP hai. So we were not talking about this project then.
Huh.
That wasn't a pre-plan to this. That just happened to be after that कि जब हम लोग मिले तो we spoke about this project.
Sir, my question to you. So since I'm your big fan, so we have already met lots of times. So playing as a Sher Shah, playing as a Mission Majnu, and now cop in IPF. So what difference you find in all these three roles? All three are patriotic, but what did you find the difference between all three roles?
Yeah, I think the common link is that they're all doing something for the country, and they're all wearing a uniform. So it's always a responsibility when you wear a uniform. And all these characters, though Shersha was a biopic and a complete different tonality, it was also period in the 90s. This is obviously of police officers who are more. I think their challenges are different from what the challenges the other uniforms face. And this is my first time wearing a cop uniform, and this is not completely based on real events, but it's inspired by real events. So we're still playing that Hindi cinema drama, what comes with being a cop and being a hero. So I think different tonalities. I thoroughly enjoyed this at present. This is something that I had not done before, and I think it's a complete fresh avatar. So something I'm really excited to bring to all of you.
Thank you. I was going to
Thank
wrap
you.
this,
Thank
but
you.
there's a lady who's raising her hand from the beginning. Yeah, ma'am, you want to ask? Last question, and then we wrap this.
My question is to Rohit sir. So, what is the one tip you'd like to give us aspiring actors?
I think you should take it from actors. Shilpa, please say.
Keep aspiring to do whatever you're doing. Be consistent.
In today's time, sorry to cut
Yeah.
you. In today's time, the
In
most
terms of building networking.
forget all that. In today's time, the most important thing what I'm seeing with the young actors, हिंदी बोलना सीखो. मतलब घर पे हिंदी बोलो, travel करो, दुनिया क्या है वो देखो, which is very important in our country. You know, be connected to normal people. और आपकी हिंदी अच्छी है? हाँ, सबसे जरूरी वो है. If you want to be a Hindi actress.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल भाषा
समझने के लिए.
Shilpa ma'am, one more question. What do you tell yourself when you wake up every day to look the way you look? Except for yoga से ही होगा.
वो क्या वो पू का क्या डायलॉग था? उफ. करीना खान.
I really think that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So thank you so very much that you perceive me like that. But
Push yourself every day in the morning. I have to do yoga or be this way.
I know Sunday.
I think
will-
when your heart is clean, you automatically that reflects in your eyes, and you just साफ खाओ, साफ सोचो, मन अच्छा रखो, and you have to be really disciplined. Anything in life, I think all of us that are sitting here on this seat, the one commonality will be that we are all very disciplined, and we're really
And
consistent.
that helps you as an actor as well.
Absolutely. You have to be
if you want
disciplined
to
and
aspire to
consistent.
be facing the camera, you got to make your discipline despite having work or no work.
Yes.
We've all been in those phases of wanting to give auditions and going out there. It gets demotivating at times, but I mean, that's part of the game. You have to go through that phase. And it's the ones who survive that phase have actually made it.
Absolutely. See, it's my 30th year. After 30 years, I get to work with Rohit Shetty.
Right,
Keep aspiring and perspiring.
Super.
Again, मैं कहाँ से आ गया इसमें?
Yeah, 30 years.
No, I say never give up. You
Never
have
give
to.
up,
You have to
yeah.
keep at it.
Same goes with me. When I took 30 years, that you said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we are wrapping this, guys. But Sidharth, there are 3 fans who've got a cake for you. आपका birthday कब है? 16 आ रहा है, but they may not meet you again, so they want to cut a cake right here for Sidharth Malhotra.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Very sweet, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Guys, we'll come this side and take one group selfie with everyone.